Thanks, Brian. 20 years ago, a Florida landowner asked for a permit to develop his land, but the government denied him because he refused to pay to develop government-owned land miles away. And despite a landmark Supreme Court victory, the Koontz family is still owed more than $327,000. Joining us now is Coy Koontz Jr. and James Burlig, who is the Director of Litigation for the Pacific Legal Foundation, which is representing the Koontz family. Thank you both for being here. Coy Jr., 20 years of this litigation and battle for your family, do you feel as though you've received a victory in this, even though your dad, he didn't live to see this happen?
Well, we certainly received a victory from the Supreme Court, but we're still waiting for the original judgment from the lawyer to be paid by the state of Florida. So we are still fighting it.
Still fighting 20 years later. Justice Alito, I know, is in your favor here, and certainly on the books, judicially, a victory. But after 20 years of battling this, and I know tomorrow you're set to receive an award, I believe, for the courage and your perseverance for really battling government overreach. What would your dad say?
Pardon me?
What would your dad say about finally reaching this point?
He would say, well done, keep fighting. Don't stop.
Can you take us back just a bit? I understand that this was a battle over land. Your dad, they demanded $150,000 for him upon his permit request to develop the land. You went back and forth over this property dispute. Why did it take so long? And why haven't you been paid yet? James, maybe you could explain a bit.
Yeah, this case began when Coy Sr. tried to develop 3.7 acres of property, and he's told he had to give away 37 acres in order to do that, but he only had another 11 acres of property left. And he said, you can have the 11 acres. And they said, no, we want you to pay $150,000 to fix up property belonging to the state of Florida, the St. John's Water Management District, 5 to 7 miles away. He said no. So they didn't give him the permit, and he's been fighting ever since. At one time, a trial court found that this is not wetland, and it found that he was entitled to damages for all the time that he was not able to use the property. But the state of Florida, the St. John's Water Management District, has been appealing this time and time again and absolutely refusing to do justice in this case. So we went all the way to the Supreme Court. Supreme Court agreed with us that he was entitled to have his court judgment and his day in court, and they sent it back down to the Florida courts, and now we here again doing appeals.
Again and again, and decades of it. What would you like to see happen now?
What we would like to see happen is the Court of Appeal finally say enough is enough for the St. John Water Management District, the agency in Florida that's done this to the Koontz family for so many years, to say, hey, we have taken these people through the ringer long enough. We've received the message from the court, and it's about time for us to make it right, to do the right thing, and to make sure that Coy Koontz Jr. and his family is finally compensated for this 20-year ordeal.
Well, Coy, I know for your dad's sake and your family's sake, there is relief and certainly a well-deserved award tomorrow. A long fight, too long, but well done. James, thanks for joining us as well.
My pleasure.
Thank you.